All right, we're here. Got that working now. Just set that there. My cat ran in here. So I got the eggs put back in the cooker. We had two, now we're down to one. Where'd you go? Come back. What's going on, Corey? There we got two people back in here. Only two. This is what happens. Or five. Now we're kicking. I thought, well, maybe this is what happens when I do this early in the day. What's going on, Martok? You know what? While I got you here, I can show you the two I'm bringing you. Since you're on with us, I'm getting ready to package things up. Page locked up, it's back. Package things up. Page locked up, it's back. Yeah, that was my fault. I hit the wrong button. So this will be the Headaxanthic mail that's on your way, right there. When I say on your way, that means I'm doing a delivery to Florida, guys, is what we're talking about. Let me show you the other one that I haven't put in there yet. Of course, we'll set these guys. Up in a. This thing's up in a. This thing's badass. You're gonna love this one. Like, there's probably more going on than what we have listed. I'm not gonna lie. This thing's just, it's just cool. Way bigger than the other one too. This one's got a lot of size to it. So let me put that in there. For now, I gotta fill out the sheet still and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Well, first and foremost, I'm sorry your rod sucked. That was one of your clutches. I can't control it. I do think we got one banana black pastel. We got one banana, and we probably got a good number of black pastels. So if you're in the market for a black pastel, hey man, we're gonna have you covered. But we did not get as much banana black pastel or banana as I was hoping, or as I'm sure you guys were hoping. The cool thing is, there is some good news. There's always a silver lining, right? Is Clutch 5 is also a Patreon clutch. So you're going to have, when those are all out, I'd imagine that'll cover 6. And we have like 4 GHIs from your other Clutch 5. So there's 10 snakes right there that you kind of know are coming. Plus, I've already held back several other things, you know. So there's some cool shit coming your ways. I promise. And you're right, you can't win them all. You know, but we'll keep doing that. I like doing that. So, you know, you guys will still get to pick a few pairings, or at least a pairing every year. We might actually end up using a female with a genetic as well at some point. I don't know what males I'm going to use for it next year. I mean, there will be some that will probably be the same. I'll probably offer the banana black pastel again because it's such a popular combo. And he breeds well. And then we'll probably offer the scaleless head again. I probably won't do Zeus on that one because Zeus is going to be busy with some other projects, but I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know, tossing up the Suma. He'll be kind of an unproven, but you're going to be guaranteed if he breeds that lady and we have 9 eggs, you're going to get 9 mahoganies. So, and mahoganies don't hit very often as far as out in the world. You just don't see a lot of them from what I've noticed. Maybe that's changing. I'll soon. I'm in Florida, but that's going to happen. So you'll have some of those options to see exactly what you want to get. Kind of cool, right? You can improve your odds with the mahogany, though. I'll tell you that. But you're only going to get 1 gene combos out of that thing. So, because it's Suma, I guess. So you'll improve your odds with Suma to get mahogany. It is. Now our Suma's male, and I did that on purpose because I can make the mahogany combos I want with that, and then breed back to get some, you know, Suma combos of that. So like, he's gonna go to my female banana most likely. That was really what the eyeball was. Again, we're working for that all purple snake. Well, I've got you guys here. I'm gonna check a few things. So there is definitely some bonus to doing that. Nothing yet. That's gonna be a set of eggs. Oh my God! How have you not dropped eggs yet? Those are the two that I think are the closest. You're going to have eggs. You're going to definitely have some eggs. Yay, you. You I don't know about. You confuse me. Watch out, cat. You're in shed again, which is kind of also confusing. Not sure what you're doing. Just kind of checking my girls real fast before we got here. We're still getting girls bull wrapping. she's gonna lay. We still got clutches coming too, guys. That's the exciting part. Is we're nowhere near done. It's such a weird year. And the good news I have is the thing I was most worried about this year was that our scaleless head was gonna dud. And the reason I was concerned with that is just we haven't hit any of those clutches yet. And I used a couple females that, I mean, all 3 females I've used are proven. 2 of them are proven to lay massive clutches. One of them's always done smaller clutches, but she's a bit bigger this year. So I was kind of hedging my bets, right? And nothing. But 2 of those females are a sure thing now. Like I'm 100% sure my Killer Bee is going to go. And I'm 100% sure that my Firefly Yellow Belly is going to go. And when it was just one of them, I was like a little bit like, man, what are we going to retain sperm again? God, that'd be so disappointing. But with both of them going, I'm pretty certain that he's going to be the dad, and we're going to be doing some scaleless head. We're just going to be a little late in the year getting to it, which kind of sucks. But we're going to get to it. So, yeah, I have heard that, Travis. I'm not the only one in that boat. Like, I've heard a lot of people saying it's a weird year for them, but I also know a few breeders here that were done at normal time. So it just, I think part of it is the bigger your collection gets, the more it kind of gets all over the map because there's just more hormones going through here. And so we'll probably end up being an all-year breeder here very soon and not a seasonal breeder. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you got to do what works best. I've always had people say, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Well, I do what they seem to do. They're the ones in charge. I'm not. I can't command them to do what I want them to do. They're going to do their shit the way they want to do it, and I'm just along for the ride. After you got the missus interested in them enough to do that, nice. Well, I'm glad I could help. Check this out. I got to show you guys this. So, you guys know we have a lot of cats. My wife loves them. Well, that was fun. I went to flip the camera, and the cat touched something and freaked out, and is now hiding in the corner. And I think it broke a candle, and it spilled a water bucket partially. Yeah, it broke a candle jar. Look at this in my area. So now I've got to do some sweeping in here. I tell you guys, never get a cat. But I was going to show him because he's now hiding back there. And this is my buddy. He's going to be a little terrified now. He doesn't usually get to hang out in here with me, but he was so insistent that I let him come in today. Come here, you're fine. Ugh. So we'll pick him up, see if we can't get him to chillax with us a little bit. Because he is freaking out. He actually did a backwards jump right there. That was kind of cool. But in the camera, so I was going to show him off. I don't know what freaked him out, but something spooked the hell out of you, didn't it? So anyway, that was fun. I wish the camera was facing the other day when you did that, because, yeah, you're destroying things, knocking over everything. B-frames. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. But this one, what I was going to say, is actually mine. This is the one cat that is mine. He follows me everywhere. He doesn't like when I'm in a room, he can't be in there. So he ran in here when I was getting ready to film today, and I was like, to hell with it. You can just be in here. And then he breaks shit. So, but he's usually really good. He's a really good cat. You can flip him over. Check that out. This is actually the one that you guys helped name. So this is Snyder. He's just not small anymore. And Patreon did pick his name for me. Or gave suggestions, and I picked one out of it. But anyway, guys, unless you guys have any questions about the clutch or what we're going to do with it, or what's going on here at Olympus, I'm probably going to hop off of here because now I have to sweep up a mess and get the broken glass up so I don't step on it, they don't. And I also have to finish packing up some snakes. And then this guy's got to get on the road to go to Florida. With me will be the 2 breeders you guys have seen recently featured by us. Yeah. What was there in the clutch? Well, Anthony, and then what time do you think you'll be heading through Alabama? I have no idea, Sniffle. No idea. My guess is Alabama's close to Florida, so it'll probably be maybe early morning tomorrow. It's a 20-hour drive for us. So our hope is to get there right when we can get checked in, knock out some sleep on Friday. I'm not sure, to be honest. traveling that far, they'll do fine at room temp. But what I'm going to probably do is I should have an inverter I can find. If not, I'm just going to take a quarantine cage that has a heat pad. So on a 20-hour drive, it's no different than shipping them, right? And they'll be in the back, they won't get near as much AC. And then when we get there, we can set them up with the heat mat until they're picked up. So that's kind of my plan. They'll be bagged, so they won't have a lot of movement. They'll kind of sit there and they'll stay, warm enough. Your goal isn't to keep them at 90. Your goal is to keep them in that acceptable range, not let them get too cold, not let them get too hot. Cool is actually better than too hot. You get too hot, you're going to cause more problems than if you're a little too cool. So that is something to keep in mind. But it's not as scary of a concern as it sounds like, honestly. I mean, worst case scenario, if you're really unsure, just set them up like you'd ship them and just ship them yourself. I mean, that's what they do. They put them in a FedEx truck and they drive them. And they put them in an airplane, they fly them in another FedEx truck and they drive them. So, like, if you ship them that way, it's the same as if you're driving it. With us knowing they're going to be in a temperature-controlled environment the whole time, my concern is not so much the temperature getting too cold or too hot for them, especially in the back of the car. Don't wreck. I'm going to try not to. We got 3 guys going, so the plan is to drive straight through, rotate drivers, have one guy in the back sleeping, 2 guys in the front. So you've got a guy who's awake driving, another dude who's awake to make sure the guy driving doesn't fall asleep, and we kind of hot lap it through to get where we're going. So everybody kind of get a nap. It shouldn't be too awful bad, but, shit happens. So we're going to... I would have appreciated it, especially if we were getting close, but I've only made this drive once, and I think that was the part I was asleep in, maybe. I know I was awake for Atlanta. I was drunk for part of it. Don't ask. A long story. And then slept part of it, drove through Atlanta, and then I think I took a nap, woke up in Florida. We got lost once. It was a hell of a mess. But that was in a van with a bunch of other people. This one should be smoother, I think, because the GPS will be working better, and I mean, it'll be good. It'll be good. So I like a good road trip anyway. It'll be fun. All right, guys. Anything else you guys got before I hop off of here? Clean up the mess the cat left me, and then start getting that Jeep loaded, because I got a guy meeting me here, which would be Redneck Jeff. I don't know if he's here yet or not. You saw him on Redneck Reptiles. And then we're going to go pick up the guy that you saw from Emberleaf Reptiles, and the 3 of us are going to roll down. We might be doing that. We'll actually be leaving Monday morning. The clutch, Michael, was the Patreon clutch, so it was one of our normal females paired to the banana black pastel you guys elected. What I'm seeing is I think there's we had 10 eggs originally. One of them never really looked good, and it didn't make it, so we had 9 to cut. So we got 9 out of 10 eggs on that one. I thought we only had 9 out of 9, but looking at my fridge it said 10, so that must have been the one I pulled an egg from because it was going bad, and I don't want it to infect the other ones. So we had 2 bananas. One of them I believe will be a banana black pastel combo, so that's good. We probably have 4 or 5 black pastels in there, and then a couple normals is what we're looking at. So not as good of odds as I would have liked. I mean, truth be told, if you got 9 eggs, you should be looking at 2 banana black pastels, 2 bananas, 2 black pastels, 2 normals, and something else is kind of a wild card. But it didn't work out that way. So odds kind of suck. Come on in. Redneck Jeff is here. Come say hi. We're on Patreon. Watch your step. The cat broke a candle. There's glass everywhere over there.
I got shoes on.
Yeah, fucking cats, right? So here's Jeff. He's going to be going with me. He said, do I have to wear purple? And I said, fuck yeah, you do.
I don't know. I might have a shirt that you'll like more than that.
Is it purple?
Nope.
No. Oh, I won't like it.
It's got a rattlesnake on it.
Oh, that's cool, but gotta be purple. All right, guys, since he's here, we got a little bit of Jeep loading to do. I'm also going to let him take a sneak peek in those eggs. Not the ones I just cut, the ones before. God, I wish they were out. If they were out, I'd so show it to y'all. Man, that thing's going to be a screamer. Clean up the glass, load the car, and then we're going to get the fuck out of Dodge, right? All right.
There you go.
We'll be seeing a lot of you in Florida very soon. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.